Good morning. Yesterday I received a response. Actually, I received probably 150 responses altogether, not just to the video that I posted yesterday, but to all my videos. I mean, the response is becoming overwhelming. But I received a response from John in Dublin, Ireland, who asked the question, why isn't it happening here? And then I went to his YouTube page and I see his concern is about some of the inconsistencies, shall we say, in the Catholic Church. Of course, Ireland is a very Catholic country, has been for a long time, for a couple of millennium probably. In any case, well, not a couple of millennium. It didn't happen that quickly, but anyway, it's been going on for a long time, centuries and centuries. He's concerned about, again, the very strong things that are being revealed in the Catholic Church. And he asked, why isn't it happening here? You know, we are a very impatient lot, we humans are. It took thousands of years to create the world that we live in and get it to where it is right now. And most of that time, we were totally unconscious of the world that we were living in. I mean, if there was anything that characterized the human family, it was our ignorance. I mean, we just simply didn't know the bigger picture. We couldn't see it. So, for those of you who may feel like this ninth wave, this energy that of love and unity that is sweeping the world, isn't happening in your place or in your life, I ask you to consider this. For most of human history, things have been going on that were very unjust, very unkind, insane stuff. I mean, absolutely insane stuff was going on all around us, and we were totally oblivious to it. The first part of the change that's happening is the awakening. We're paying attention to what's happening in our world. Don't you think that's a wonderful thing? It is happening in Ireland. It is happening with John. It is happening with every one of us. We are aware of things that we were never aware of before. I mean, I watch videos every day, although lately my time is more limited than it had been in the past before I started doing my videos. But anyway, I watch videos. I watched just a few days ago, I watched a whole bunch of sovereign free people, men and women, go into a courtroom and take over the courtroom and arrest the judge. And I mean, this is not an isolated thing. We see things going on in Wisconsin in the United States. We saw what happened in Egypt. We see what's happening in Libya, where Gaddafi is using his military against the protesters, which didn't happen in Egypt and didn't happen in Tunisia. And it won't happen in most places of the world. Will it not happen anywhere? Of course it'll happen somewhere. I can't tell you where the violence is going to break out and be the worst. I don't know the answers to that. But I'm telling you there's an unfolding. There's awakening going on that is massive in its nature. Human beings are waking up. And the big change, somebody says they can feel the new energies coming in. One of my emails this morning, I can feel the new energy coming in. The new energy isn't new. The energy has always been here. What is new is we are feeling it. What is new is that we are perceiving the change. Yes, it's not happening fast enough for a lot of people. It's not. Sometimes I get really frustrated because for 10 years I've been expecting NASARA to be announced. That's the National Economic Stability and Recovery Act, if I remember the acronym correctly, although there's two different acronyms for the same thing with slight variation between them. I've been looking for the prosperity funds to be delivered. I've been looking for the announcement that ETs are real, for disclosure of the fact that we have never been alone, that extraterrestrials, angels, and beings from other dimensions and other realms have long been involved in human history. I've been looking for a lot of things to happen. But what is happening, and what I do see happening, is the awakening that people are aware of what's going on in our world that we were never aware of before. That is an amazing first step. I want you to see that. Don't expect there to be all love and flowers and stuff right away. That's happening. That is breaking out. There are love police, and I just joined the love police thing today, a UK group. But all over Europe, all over Asia, all over North America and South America and Antarctica, yeah, right, Australia and New Zealand, all over the world, people are waking up. We are paying attention to what's going on. We are seeing the collapse of the economic system. We are seeing this, and it's a beautiful thing. You say, Ron, it's terrible. The whole world is falling apart. Excuse me. The whole world is falling apart, and I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. The whole world has to fall apart in order for the new to come in. Now, I don't mean it has to be totally destroyed. I don't mean that at all. I'm not saying that there has to be major cataclysms. As we wake up, we can avert the major cataclysms. We can avert some of the more serious cataclysmic earth changes that have been predicted. We don't need to destroy 9/10 of the population or more and start over again. I don't believe that. I don't feel that. That is not what is in my gut. There will be a continuity. But right now, what we are experiencing is an exponential rise in the amount of information, thanks in large part to the internet. People are becoming aware of the very things in the Catholic Church and other religions, the inconsistencies, where they tell us to pray to God and to love a God that they also tell us is going to send us to hell if we don't do it right. I mean, there are a lot of people waking up to the political fact that our elected leaders really aren't elected at all. That's been an illusion that we elect them. It's a game that they put on, that they give us to make us think we're free, and we have choice in the political arena. When the choices is always between two evils. It's never between something that's positive and something that's negative. It's only two negatives, and which one is the least negative gets voted in, supposedly. But the agenda has gone on and on, as David Icke often teaches us. The agenda has gone on and on. People are waking up to it, though. And what happens when we wake up? We change. As we cool down from the anger of our discovery, and we start going inside, we start saying, wait a minute, I have a chance to love here. I have a chance to shift my perception and to see it not from a thing of us versus them, but us, that I contributed to the situation in the world because I was ignorant. And we own our own ignorance and our own stupidity. And we get to laugh at ourselves, yes. We get to laugh and say, yeah, I was pretty dumb. I didn't get it for a long time. But I'm getting it now. We can pat ourselves on the back and congratulate ourselves that we're finally waking up, and we don't have to fight them because they have always derived their power from us. Yes, the power that they were deriving was coming from our ignorance in the past. But as we awaken up, can't you see that the institutions must change? I mean, they must change. They cannot resist this. They are scared because their whole game of House of Cards and their whole Ponzi scheme games and Monopoly games that they've created are coming down, as the Zeitgeist movie indicates. The movies. I mean, wake up. We are waking up. We are waking up. It's a beautiful thing that's happening. And it is happening in Ireland. And it is happening all over Europe. It is happening all over the world. I stand amazed every day. It's impossible for me to get down when there's so much love going from me and so much love coming back to me. Man, I mean, you can't understand, if you haven't experienced it, what it's like to feel what I'm feeling. And I can't get discouraged about it because things aren't happening fast enough. Oh yes, there's injustice still. There's still some things that are going on that are not pleasant to look at and know about. But the thing is, we know about them. And because we know about them and we know that it's not what we want, we are able to co-create something better. And I want you to see that this morning. I want you to see that. So when you ask, why isn't it happening here? Just embrace the fact that you understand that it's not happening fast enough, and your very impatience is a gift that gives you a longing to want more and want better and want it faster. And that's why it's speeding up, because we want it faster. And the universe is rearranging itself to meet that cry, the cry of the human heart, for justice with mercy, for equality, for a better distribution of resources and monies, or maybe even the elimination of money altogether, which I do believe will happen in the future. We want the announcement that we're not alone in the universe, that extraterrestrials have been with us forever, since the beginning of time. We want all of these things, and we want it now. That's why it's speeding up. That's why things are going to be happening so fast. Every 18 or every 20 days, whatever it is, there's going to be a new shift, a new shift, a new shift as the old comes down and the new is established. Don't expect it overnight, but it's happening much more quickly than most of us ever thought possible. And we don't even have an inkling yet of how many wonderful things are in store for us. It is amazing what lies ahead. So, John and everybody else in the world that thinks it's not happening in your world where you live, please look at that with new eyes and see the change just in your own being, in your own heart, in your own awareness. It is happening. It is happening, my friends. It's happening with all of us. And it's beautiful. It's wonderful. And I leave you with that. Namaste. Have a nice day.